your education, right? You also took some time out of your own busy schedule to volunteer and help your other students. These are things that employers look at, and these are beneficial things for our students. The other part of your question to answer that, this is why I titled my platform Setting for One school, one goal, one community. Whether it be myself, Sina, or Samir, our ability to effectively implement positive change and represent you as a student, right, when it comes to decision making at Seneca College is based on how strong we are as a student base. When we come with 10,000 strong backing us, and we say, listen, this isn't working for a number of students. We have the resources, we've done the surveys, we have the questionnaires, we need to do something, we need to help these students so that they are able to pass their classes and not waste the money that they pay. They're going to be able to listen, they're going to be forced to listen more to us and take it more serious because of the fact that we're coming as one student body.
Hi everyone. My question is basically related to your candidates, over the past year, we have seen a few changes, and I'm not going to deny that. But what are you guys going to do to top it off? What can you make me a picture of what that system is going to be in the next year?
Can you start off on that, please?
I just want to make sure you're saying, what are we going to do to top off the changes that are being done currently? The most important thing that I'm pushing for, guys, honestly, is unity as a student base. Like I said earlier, currently we're divided. We have pockets of students here, pockets of students there, right? We're able to bring more positive change as a united students. I'll give you an example. I recently threw a pub night like 2 months ago, and I lost my phone, right? My iPhone. My phone was not locked. Okay, there's a big picture of me on the screen. I was standing here on this very stage asking the people whoever took the phone to return it. If we operated as one school, right, and we operated as friends, then that person would see David Coleman standing on the stage here, know that this is his phone, and say, you know what, let me turn it in as opposed to let me just keep this iPhone for myself. These are the little things. Believe me, it's not big things. It's these little things. Just like, for example, when I walk in the hallway and I say hi to students, right? There are some people where perhaps it's cultural, they're very reserved, they're very shy. We need to be able to push and motivate each other to become, maybe not you're not an extrovert by nature, but to open up more and be able to operate more as one, as a school. This is what I want to push for.
Anybody else?
Yeah, sorry. Let's do one second. Let me do this one. As I said earlier, I believe in continuous improvement, more bursaries, more scholarships, listen to the students, voice out the students' concerns. I plan to continue doing what I have been. Thank you.
This question is for you guys. And the first part is for Samia, and the rest is for you guys. One of the problems that we have is there's a big gap between central and local. So, what are you going to do, guys, is to become president to bridge that gap from local to central? And for you, Samia, why is it that we are not seeing the updated version of the amounts that we have spent? I remember it was not transparent, and we don't see all those numbers from month to month. The only thing we use on the website is the first something, quarter or something like that, and the rest of it up to now is not yet there. And why is it? Because as students, we should be briefed to know how much and where the fund has been going.
You're absolutely right that there should be transparency, and my understanding is that there was. All that information is there. We have the director of the Seneca Student Federation sitting right there, Mario. You know all the council members and managers. If you knew that it wasn't updated, why, as a council member, how come you didn't ask for it to be updated? The second question is how? Central, the gap. Well, I don't believe there is a gap between Central and the council. Everything that I bring at Central and the executives bring at Central should go to the council, and my understanding is that it has been. Thank you.
This was a question that was asked to all of us, so I will address that. I do differ in what Samir just said with regards to the belief of a gap between central and local. As a member of student council right now, I do see that there's a definite gap between central and local. As president, what I would do to ensure that this doesn't happen, right, is that there are things that are voted on, right, like we're at central level, and for students who don't understand, your government has 3 levels. Right, you have your local level, which is the counselors within your school. Then you have your central level, which is the vice president, and then you have a board, which is the president, the vice president, the president, as well as members of the college. How I would make sure that this gap between central and local is taken care of is that whenever things needed to be voted on, it should be for 50 plus 1. That means if there's a vote at the central level, which is myself as president and the vice president, it's something that we're going to bring up the idea and we're going to then send it back to the vice presidents to go and address this at each campus to find out how your student executive and elected leaders feel. Right? At the central level is what, 4 or 5 people? Currently there's like 28 people who were voted in, 29 plus the president, right? There's a reason why you vote us in to be your student leaders. I do not intend to run the central based on just what we at central feel without getting the information, right, or the feel of your other elected leaders at the local councils.
What is important for setting up parental I've repeated this numerous amount of times, is unification, support of each other, and to make sure that all councils, whether local or central, are communicating strongly with each other. The most important thing is to listen to what the members of different councils, and we call those LBCs, are saying. The second thing is to show the students the structure of the way things are working in a diagram, so they would know who they should go for certain needs, certain reasons. Some students at this campus and all campuses are visual learners. They learn by seeing and by engaging. And that's why, as president, I will empower the students, I will empower all students of Central College to take charge, take part in the way things are done through the SSL. By showing them, guiding them, making sure they understand how things can be done and should be done.
Alright, thank you, candidates. I made a mistake. I thought we were starting our next one on 30, apparently this was 1:15. I would allow this lady to ask a final, very quick question in front of you, and I want a very quick answer, okay?
One more question. Okay, so my question is directed first to Samir, and then I want the other candidates to answer as well. As a part of your platform, it said increase school spirit. Right now, I want to know what any of you guys can do to create some school spirit, because as a Seneca student, I don't see anything except division and no unity among the students. And between the other campuses, I don't see any school spirit with us.
Alright, so everyone that knows Samir and thinks that I've done a good job, please make some noise.
That's great, but shouldn't that be something we should see throughout the entire student body? However, all students deserve the same right, the same creeds, they deserve to have the same freedom.
Students going in.
Okay, nobody.
Paul, that's fine with you.
See no one and see.
I do share the belief that Seneca is a wonderful school, right? I think that for me to sit here, I'm not going to sit here and say that Samir hasn't done a good job and nothing at all as president. That'll be completely wrong. I'm not going to say that Sina doesn't have his reasons or rights to run. I'm not here to bash any of my candidates. I'm only here to let you guys know why you should vote me on March 29th and March 30th for president, right? What I would do to increase school spirit is simple. We need a very active council. We need an active council who is unified, who has one focus, a student-first focus. If we do this thing, if we unite as a council, right, then we would be able to effectively change the division that's currently within our school. We also do this by utilizing our resources, those resources being, for example, if we utilize our Seneca student ambassadors, if we utilize our counselors, right? These are the things that I want to be able to do. Apart from that, let's just make the school a fun, crazy, academically place where students come, enjoy, have fun, learn. But just remember, this is your college experience. I want to thank all you guys and say thank you for coming.
Okay, we'd like to move along and get to the programmers or